I apologize for taking too long with this review. Next time, I'll be more prepared. Enjoy. After 10,000 years, this series is free. It's time to conquer Earth. But seriously, it felt like it has been years since we last have a new Gintama chapter. The last one wasn't truly the final chapter, but only final to be released in Weekly Shonen Jump. Today, Sorochi is on the mission to finish the series for good with a proper send-off. What way to make a comeback than delivering a chapter that defined Gintama perfectly? Historical parody, emotional-driven characters, and action-packed ride with a gut-wrenching cliffhanger. By the time you see the color spread, you will know we're off with a great start with Silver Ball Z. It's remarkable how accurate Sorochi captures the visual work of Toriyama. From the character's angle to design, is well-deserved achievement to capture the sensation. Kondo didn't need alteration though. He's already a gorilla, so only the style has changed. To make the parody even better, the good portion of the beginning is a recap done in Dragon Ball style. This is one of the best previously on segment that I have ever seen. It's quite brilliant to take advantage of switching from one magazine to another, and start off with a recap to remind the fans what happened while we have a good laugh. It's not only the art style that has changed, but even the narration reflects the same way how Dragon Ball has done in the past. All it was missing was the soundtrack. It is gold, or silver, however you want to call this moment. I laughed so hard at Kasara designed as Yamcha, and Takasugi designed as Vegeta. Strangely enough, it captured the character too well. Before the chapter truly begins, Kasara strikes Gintoki with Wolf and Fist. The comedy doesn't focus only on Dragon Ball parody, but also on Sorochi himself. Apparently, because of more time and switch to Jump Giga, Sorochi is now putting effort to his work with great quality of art, even if it does resort to Dragon Ball. Oddly enough, this seems to be low-key true to other mangaka. But I digress. Hilarious that Kasara buries Yamcha by calling it a loser role. Rest in peace, Yamcha. The best part is the ending of the parody. I seriously think Sorochi believes all of it. Now that Gintama is in another magazine, Gintoki has nothing to worry about. No more worries about One Piece overshadowing him, and no more worries about the rising suns that are Black Clover, My Hero Academia, and Haikyuu to overshadow him. Funny, you have those three. Yet some people would complain that Promised Neverland, even though it is going to be a short series, or at least gonna end soon, so why complain? But to each their own. He can now overrun the world of Jump Giga, starting with Akira Toriyama's power. So much so, he pulls the exact same ending shot from Dragon Ball. That is pure gold. Could you imagine if the series did end the same way? We're going to need Gintama Super then. Tatsuki brings the scenes back to reality with Gallic Gun. Oh, how I miss this series. He does have a point though. If there were silver balls, why bother planning this ambush in the first place? There wouldn't be any need to sacrifice or nothing will be at stake. Well, thank goodness it doesn't exist. We can't ruin the excitement now. Of course, what Sorochi does best is to segue to a more serious matter from a gag. It's true with silver balls, life will be much easier on them. But Tatsuki has no regrets. He's thankful that they made it this far with their own hands. No tricks, no magic, just pure talent. All thanks to Shoujo. This is the type of writing I miss from this series. From there on, it's all action-packed with many things to offer. I assume with all the time Sorochi has with Jump Giga, he has enough energy to add plenty of details and sequences to the action scenes without wasting so much spaces. Unlike Boruto, it uses the panels wisely for tension and suspense. It's why the action starts with a bang, literally and figuratively. It's the decisive blow against the cult followers. That panel of all three kicking asses while feeling the excitement is great. Thankfully, it's not all of the story that was being told here. Although they reach to the Altana terminal, the ship that crashed is absorbing the Altana. That means Shoyo's body is absorbing it, and soon Tendoshu will gain a new way for their immortality plan. This does raise the tension higher now that we established that they are on a ticking time bomb. They have to rush all the way up there, and when you look at the scene, it's incredibly difficult. It's baffling how much people truly desire for immortality this badly. That's where we receive a really heartfelt moment during the heated action. While the action goes on as it becomes intense, Kasara begins a heartfelt speech that is shared with others that ties in the morale of immortality and cherish the life you're given. Even if they were to die, he will have no regrets. It's hard to say if their reunion was joy or sorrow, but it's certain if one outlives another, it will be impossible to find another person like them. They have ups and downs, trying to kill each other. Despite all of the troubles, their bonds can't be severed. It's the bond that's worth limited to. Honestly, I can't do it justice here without the mention of his sequences. The reason why this was so heartfelt isn't just because we know their friendship is truly one of the kind or how well written the dialogue is. It's the action set piece that drives the emotion home with great sincerity. Not only it was entertaining, but you can grasp the word's meaning at its best, leaving you feeling really good and emotional. It has great effective use of the flashback panels and the focus view to leave a strong impact. Like how Tatsuki holds Gintoki's hand to show the camaraderie, the unbroken friendship. It's so damn good to see this series again. Gintoki can relate to the followers on one thing, not wanting to die. He can understand their wishes because he too wants to live long and enjoy the sensation with his friends. The others have their own wish to meet Shoyo. They want to vent out their frustration, but they may never know how much of a beating they will give until they feel satisfied. Not even eternity would do. Those panel shots with all of them enjoying are sublime. That's how you do friendship. Those three are the best. The one major downside is the old friend of mine, darkness, and it raised death flags. Kasara spots a rocket launcher and push everyone back to dodge. Only he takes the damage from the impact, weakened enough to slow them down. Then they get trapped by both sides of their pathway, which seems like the end for them. While I didn't think of that, I was a bit worried on what's about to happen with Kasara injured. Anything goes, and that's what happens next. The explosions erupt from the wall, essentially saving the three from their certain doom. That's where the other best part of the series comes in. The characters. It was clear that it was too much for the three to handle all of the enemy alone, which is why it's a great time to bring back all other characters to the fray. I like how Shinsei Gumi orders them to comply, and if they don't, then more power to them, because they will love to show their power. It's not just them, it's every character that has been around for a long time. It's like witnessing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Gintama Edition. Everyone is here! All it was missing was that theme song from Be Your Zuya Forever. Book it, anime staff. Remember to do that. What makes the scenario even better is how they are reflecting the long, grueling journey after being ruled by Amato for 20 years. They went through hell many times, but the result is paying off greatly. After the war, it made them stronger than ever. It's no wonder early in the arc, it emphasized the growth of the samurai. No more they will feel fear from them. It's time to take Earth back. It's a message that reads, it's been a long journey for your favorite characters, but they learn and grow. And when they show the result, the journey ends. It's already building it for the closure that we have been waiting for. You can't do this justice without the beloved main characters. Just when Otae blocks the attack, which by the way is the same shot from the anime preview back in Jump Festa, the two come to save the day. Most importantly, after for so long, they can finally say, welcome to the country of samurai. The monthly release schedule really pays off for the quality panels like the one with Shinpachi and Kagura. So great to see them again. I got to remind myself how heroine is treated, as well as a main character that doesn't overshadow the protagonist. Yorozuya's reunion is so close. I can almost taste it. Characters aren't great without amusing interactions. Masadoria and Kondo are cooperating from sky and ground, like the good old time. Despite their political differences, mainly on the marriage, they are great friends. No matter what timeline they're in, it will always be the era of samurai. Hijikata and Sogo work alongside with Shinpachi and Kagura, while she rubs in that Yorozuya is better than Shinsengumi, as Sogo denies that claim. Some things never change, but that's the way we like them. There is an interesting development regarding with Usuro. Tendoshu are in the process of gathering the Altana, but they are on the verge of losing their cult. The head leader, however, is fine with the way things are going. Shoyo's body is slowly gaining a new heart. That would leave his disciples carrying a spare that wouldn't destroy Tendoshu's plan. Now the question comes in, why would the head leader needs to revive Shoyo completely? That's where things get twisted. If you have watched the preview from Jump Festa, there was a very strange scene with Usuro mixed with Tendoshu's body. It turns out that was true. And not only true, but Usuro has stolen their will. All this time, the plan isn't for the sake of immortality, but instead to revive Usuro under his will. It makes sense considering that they consume so much blood that they just so happen to control it like it belongs to them. The blood is like a virus. Soon, it will overpower you, and the new mind will be inserted. Case in point, Usuro's. In short, he has returned. This begs the question, will Shoyo return as Usuro with a new heart? It's quite freaky to see 3 Usuros in one setting. The elevator scene is like a checkpoint for Gintoki and others to cool down and talk for a moment. Kasura does the talking while the other 2 stay quiet. It's due to what Kasura said about their people and friends. Everyone has grown stronger. They aren't weak to ask them for a favor, rather fighting to help them. You can say they grew accustomed to be the one helping, not vice versa. Jumping ahead for a bit, Tatsuki asks Gintoki for the heart, influenced by Kasura's words, but not really all bright. They have enemies waiting for them. Essentially, this scene become calm before storm. Shinpachi and Kagura are assisted by Kyubi and her clan, preventing reinforcements to barge through. It is the series' way to have certain characters to say their words or blessing, starting with her. She wishes to fool around a little longer with Gintoki and others like the good old days. She will be happy if they ruin her marriage interview. How charming. In the midst of tense action scene with Gintoki and others at the elevator lobby, Tsukuyo and others fight off the reinforcements to open the path for Yorozuya. She gets shot through her leg. Damn. Luckily, Sachan and Zenzo are there to back her up. Interesting though fitting for Sacha to encourage Tsukuyo to not to die, unless she is with her lover. Strange use of context about the crotch spot, but the meaning holds the significant value. She's not planning to die. She will live to see Gintoki again. Sorochi knows how to please the pairing fans. I'll take it. I like Zensu's words for him as well. If he doesn't return, then say goodbye to Jump issues. That's funny, yet heartwarming. It's hard to review the segment with great justice with its transition between Gintoki and his friends. It's worth mentioning because how the scenes greatly complements the segment about what Gintoki has lost and gained. Tatsuki wants the heart because he wants him to enjoy the life he can still take back. While that is seriously nice of him, Gintoki's response is even nicer. He is fine with the way things are because he doesn't need to take it back. He got everything there. That includes Tatsuki. When they fought alongside, when they fought against each other. That's Gintoki's reason to be there. Never to lose anything. God, I'm going to miss this series. The ending is crazy, especially the cliffhanger. Just when we got a teary sentimental scene, shit hit the fan when the explosion erupted by the lobby door. Damn you, Michael Bay! The heart slips out and Kasura is the only guy that can grab it. I was struck when his hand almost reaches it, only to get stabbed by the staff. Damn, that looks bad. Hisagi sends him down crashing. I don't know where they landed, but if they are fine, more or less, I sense a new battle. The intensity doesn't stop as Gintoki trying to hold on the rope, which is ripping his skin. Ugh, so cringe. Tatsuki has to make an opening for them to land, so he jumps towards the door and breaks it badass style. Wow, that was close. That elevator breakout scene was so damn good. Another scene from Jump Festa happens with Tatsuki holding his hand out for Gintoki to grab onto. A couple of panels are used for heartfelt friendship scene as well as tension. It's all fine and well until Tatsuki's hand weakens. Tendoshu stab him with a sword. That's where the chapter ends. Damn it, Gorilla. I know Tatsuki is semi-immortal, but the fact is, he's running out of time. If anything, this lessened the time even further. For all we know, this could be his last extra life. So if he were to die again, that's it. Not to mention, it's Tendoshu or Usuro behind him, so the battle will be tough for him, even if not killed. This chapter has set up a death flag for each disciple, one in which has the highest. That's Tatsuki. Will he die here? I honestly don't know. This chapter was long, but that's expected for a month worth of content. With that said, this was a hell of a return. There was a hilarious parody that this series is known for. There were tons of great action with plenty of fun moments. Characters were stellar as usual with believable motivations and relationships. The art is very solid, worth taking a time off. The ending was jarring, with a cliffhanger that can make a person skip a heartbeat. It's Gintama. I don't know how many chapters we have left, but I will savor this as long as I can. The next chapter can't come any sooner. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. Whew, that was a long review, but that was expected since it's a monthly release. I cannot wait for the next chapter. So excited to see the series again. What do you think is going to happen in the next chapter? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.